Mr. Johnson.
Yes, sir.
All right. You know, we ask our citizens to provide us some questions. And here's one, and I've cleaned it up a whole lot. Just for tonight.
Well, hey,
Listen, can y'all save us a bunch of mailers and save some trees and all that, and just come out tonight and confess what kind of skeletons y'all got in the closet?
well, no, actually, when this process started, when I had the visit with the family, my 3 kids, my wife, and my mom, I visited with each one of them individually, and then we had the group meeting, and that was the thing that was the biggest thing about having our family's name go through the mud and just the mudslinging and all that stuff. So they actually run 2 extensive FBI background checks, as well as an independent, and went all the way back to 1984, and I'm clean. There's nothing there. I either lived a really boring life or God was looking after me, but it's just, you know, there again, this is, the reason I'm running is because me and my wife, we've always been politically active, or politically aware, just not really politically active. And you sit there and you watch the news and you think, man, that's craziness, how in the world did that like to happen? And like my son's 18 years old, and he's sitting there at the chair watching the news, and he said, Dad, is that right? Can they be saying that? Can they be doing that? And it's time that we come together as real, normal people, real hard-working Americans that are just trying to do the right thing, to do the right thing. And that's what this is all about, doing the right thing.
In answer to that question, I don't think I have to say anything. All I've got to do is listen. I'm about to hear everything in my past come back to me. It happens every time we run for re-election. It takes something of a thick skin to do this type of job. I haven't developed one yet. That's why in our first two re-election campaigns, I told our campaign manager, you're not going to mention our opponent. You're not going to say a word about them. We're going to put flyers and mailers out about ourselves. We're not going to mention our opponent. The last fellow was a little different thing. I think building a pipe bomb puts you in a different category. So as far as talking about the past, what I want folks to know is that I go down to Austin to be your servant. I go down there to work with everybody else who wants to work with me. I have developed a reputation of being able to cross party lines and work across party lines because people know I'm coming over there not to jump down their throat, but try to work together on an issue. We first agree on what we can agree on, we get that off the table. Then we leave on the table what we can agree on and we work out a compromise. You can have principled compromises in Austin without compromising on your principles. But you have to be willing to work with others. You have to be willing to swallow your pride. And you have to be willing to do like me, let somebody else have the credit. I don't care who gets the credit as long as good things get done down in Austin.
Okay, so unlike these guys, I'm going to tell y'all I have a testimony. I'm 42 years old. I'm a Jesus-loving Christian mama. And when I was 17 years old, 25 years ago, I made a terrible mistake and I was arrested for a DWI. Now that's not a particular secret. And in fact, before we started out a campaign, the room full of volunteers there, I made sure that they all knew about it. A lot of them already knew because we go to church together and they'd heard me give a testimony about it many years ago. Now, when that happened, my parents, who were just so outraged and disappointed in me, made the very affirming decision to have me accept the consequence of that behavior. And it became a great lesson in personal responsibility, where I paid the fine, I had to work it off, and I certainly never had that problem ever again. So perhaps I'm the only person with a past on this stage, I don't know, but I can tell you that providing that testimony and the story of redemptive mercy and grace is very important. I'm not proud of what happened, but I am proud of the Lord that I saved, and I know that I served, and I know what He worked in my life. Thank you.